All right, welcome back to another video, or welcome to Azuka Labs. If you haven't been here before, my name is Chris and I'm the founder of Azuka Labs. Now, in this video, we'll be talking about a very specific topic, and that is AI voice for service-based businesses. I want to be able to explain to the audience the power of AI voice and the use case that it has for service-based businesses specifically, right? So let's dive straight into it. So if you can see my screen right now, which you should be, you understand that essentially we have a number of different things that requires the exploration for many different types of businesses. Like I mentioned this in one of my last videos, right, where we were talking about the cycle, right? Marketing, sales, onboarding, fulfillment, delivery, and retention. There's one that I'm missing there, but I'll put the screen up so that you can see it. Now, with this being said, you basically have a sequence, right? A system in which you can actually implement in order to scale up a service-based business. And specifically on this channel, we talk about using AI in order to scale service-based businesses. Now, we personally specialize in AI voice. And the reason why we think this is the most important session or in the most important feature of AI right now is because a lot of what we do on a business basis is all around communication. Now, how do you communicate with somebody online? Well, it usually takes this step: landing page, book call, demo, close, right? So we get people on the landing page, book call, demo, and close. Now, this could be different for different industries. We focus on brokers, especially in real estate. So with real estate, for example, what we do is that we have a cold calling system that will essentially call a list of potential sellers and then match them with buyers with the same AI system. Now, the solution that I'm trying to explain here is the AI first approach, right? So this is an example of a conversation that I have with a potential client where we explained the AI first approach as this client was thinking that she wanted to build something in relation to web development, right? Where there was still a platform, a UI. And I said to her, look, you don't necessarily need that anymore in 2025, right? You can have a voice agent that basically controls everything. So let's get into it. The key angle here is that we focus on wedge, right? So we focus on being revenue aligned and easy to scale rather than focusing on building a platform and not knowing necessarily where you're going to have users or visitors. AI voice, essentially what we do is do AI voice SDR, right? So AI SDR is what we're calling it. And this is essentially replacing a sales agent, a sales development rep with an AI sales development rep. Much faster, much cleaner, much better ROI, right? Now, what does that actually look like? So you have different sort of pricing models when it comes to this like AI voice setup, right? So you have revenue now or revenue later. So we're talking about like, initially we have like a setup fee for our clients, right? And then we also do a huge upfront cost for the revenue later setup or uncertainty of outcome if you're building like a long-term sort of setup. Now, I want you guys to be able to understand that like, when you're building out these AI systems or when you're trying to like expand your system or expand your group, you have two ways of doing it. So you can either hire a manual team or human team in order to like scale up your system, maybe do more calls, maybe do more SDR work, or you can use an AI agent that can essentially call 2, 3, 4 times the amount of leads in the same amount of time, right? So we've done this previously with many of our clients where we're calling 800, 700, 1,000 leads, right, in a couple of hours instead of where they might initially have used VAs, maybe overseas in order to do this, and they do it in 8 hours where we'd only do it in 2 or 3, okay? Now, the way that we set this up is really through a core AI agent setup. So we do a lot of testing and training first. So this is like doing things like booking appointments, scheduling, doing confirmations and reminders. These are all things that the agent can do with MCP, of course. And then system integration. So we look at like auditing, CRM management, using things like Calendly and GHL in order to set all this stuff up. And then we do an initial testing. So that's week 1. Week 2 is integration and optimization. So we're looking at like doing stress tests on the AI agent, having it actually do real calls, and then having it actually expand itself to a large number of people, right? So week 3 is basically go to market and launch. So we also assess all the information and compare it to what the client was doing previously, right, with another client, with another system. So whether that's using like VAs, etc., and you can actually do like a stress comparison between the two. Now, essentially what I've just explained here is like an overview of how we actually approach AI systems for service-based businesses. Now, if you are in the real estate business funding space and you are looking to expand your system, expand your team, maybe get more leads through the pipeline or even handle some of the leads that you currently have, I would suggest clicking down in the link in the bio and booking a conversation with us. It's completely free of charge, of course, and we only want to work with people who are qualified to work with us, right? It's a partnership, it's a win-win situation, so we have to make sure that those that actually reach out to us are the people that we think that we can actually approach and help, okay? So with that being said, thank you so much for watching the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.